Let's get that suspension dialed in. Keep in mind that even though this is for the Husky TE 300, it may apply to several other dirt bikes. Just check your specifications and your owner's manual to be sure. If you're anything like me, it seemed like tuning suspension was a little bit of black magic. So let's break this down into some language and steps that even the average guy can understand. So we tuned both my TE 300 and my TE 150 since they have the exact same suspension, and I tuned one for the comfort settings and one for the sport settings. I went out and rode them back to back, side by side, however you want to say it. And I will tell you, it was a noticeable difference between the two suspension settings. Okay, let's talk tools for just a second. It only takes 3 tools if you have some help and you're willing to take the extra time, and maybe you're okay with roughing up your knuckles a little bit. If you're willing to spend a little extra money, you could buy the optional tools shown here, and they will make your life just a little bit easier. This is coming from a guy who might have around 11 dirt bikes and doesn't even have a dirt bike stand, and as you'll see in the video, is using a 5-gallon paint bucket for a motorcycle stand. So take it with a grain of salt. I do think the optional tools are worth it. It's a good idea to bleed your forks often because they do build up pressure, which then leads to a stiffer and stiffer suspension. You want to check out the rider weight because there are different spring rates and different springs that you can purchase in order to get yourself in the range for the rider plus the gear that the rider would have on them. I included the figure here from the owner's manual because I think it's hilarious. I'm pretty sure the top figure is me maybe during wake surfing season, and then the rider on the bottom is me right after Christmas break. So following the order from the owner's manual, we start with adjusting the low speed damping. Picture going over some slow rollers, and this setting will control how quickly or how slowly your rear tire will come up into your fender. Next, we're going to adjust the high speed or fast compression. This setting still controls how quickly or how slowly that wheel comes up into your fender, but picture a rapid response like when you come down off of a jump and your rear wheel is going up into your fender very quickly. And so this is going to control how quickly it goes up into your fender for those high impact situations. Now for the rebound, this is on the bottom of the shock. The rebound setting will control how quickly the wheel goes back to the ground. And so if you go off of a jump and it's slow going back to the ground, it's not that big a deal. However, if you're going through whoops, or if you're going over washboard and you want that to be very responsive, so the trade-off here is how quickly it's going to get back to the ground and give you traction versus how soft it is when you do get back to the ground. While we're back here, let's go ahead and check the sag. First, we're going to check the static sag, which is essentially how much does that swing arm extend while the suspension is unloaded versus the position of the swing arm under the dirt bike's own weight. Next is the rider sag, which is essentially the exact same thing. Position of the swing arm when the bike is unloaded versus the position of the swing arm under the load of the dirt bike, rider, and all the gear. Hang with me, y'all. We're almost there. Okay, let's move to the front now. Same concepts apply. However, instead of having a high and low speed damping on the compression, we're only going to have one setting for the compression. So we just turn the knobs at the top of the forks and you adjust the rebound on the bottom of the forks. Step number 5, let her rip, tater chip. Until next time, stay average, my friends.